gonna come.
Emotional damage.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The music. Morning, Willie. Hi, do you like 3-on-1s? Do you like when the news media actually goes against everything that they should stand for? Do you like when moderators become fact checkers in real life? In real time?
I'm gonna come.
Do you like when Kamala Harris gives annoyingly childish looks and Donald Trump doesn't give her a single glance? Then you're gonna love the debate last night. You're gonna love everything about it. Let's get right into it. This is the top 5. It's the top 5 shocking moments during the debate for moi. For me. Not for you, but for me. Okay? Big shocking moments. Right out of the gate, let's do the first one. It was a 3-on-1. The idea that the moderator is supposed to be some kind of psychopath individual that's fact-checking in real time, fact-checking sarcasm. When he asked about the election, and then Donald Trump said, "Oh, I was being sarcastic." I don't think so. I don't think that was sarcasm. I don't think that was sarcasm.
I'm gonna come.
I don't think so. Oh, you're the fact-checker on sarcasm? Oh my God, you have superpowers. Maybe, just maybe, that's not your job. I can't believe I'm saying this, that CNN did a better job than ABC last night. The moderators were obnoxious. Kamala Harris lied. I put this up here. Fact check your. I feel like every question that Kamala Harris got was like, do you think Donald Trump's mom knows he's gay? I don't know if you remember being told that as a kid over and over again, or like trying to get the gotcha question. Does your mom know you're gay? No. Oh, she doesn't know, so you are gay. You are gay. Gotcha, dude. Every question was a gotcha statement. Even RFK Jr. picked up on that. So let's listen to this from RFK. Mind his beautiful voice.
Fortunately, we had moderators who were clearly biased, who were constantly fact-checking Donald Trump. But none of these kind of whoppers that the vice president was saying, and none of her failure to really explain that, answer that first question, that very, very critical first question. They simply sat there on the sidelines and allowed that to pass. Fortunately, we had moderators.
I could not believe that the thing for me was the sarcasm quote. Oh, no, I'm an expert in sarcasm. Kamala Harris lied about very fine people on both sides. She was allowed to say that. I cannot believe the media allowed her, ABC news moderators, fact checkers, real life fact checkers, whatever you want to call them. Kamala Harris said the fine people on both sides, quote, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's been debunked millions of times. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to Democrats. They think that only Republicans are the ones that are pushing misinformation. They aren't. The Charlottesville thing was stupid. Insane. J6. They talk about J6. The way they pressured him in a corner. Just ask a question. Just ask a question. It was so obnoxious. Ask the question, let him respond. Even if he or she is being absolutely psychotic and insane, allow them to do it. Allow them to do it. This is their time. This is their debate, not the moderator's debate. Allow them to fact check each other in real time. The whole point of the debate is that you come prepared and then you can fact check or question your opponent. You don't do it to the moderators. I just don't like this format. I would do the same thing if it was on her the whole time. It's just annoying. Let them do it. I don't care. It's the stance of like ABC and media personalities. They feel like they are on this religious podium that they need to not platform or allow rhetoric or a different point of view than they already have. They feel like they are orators of the scripture of the day. They are the popes of the land. I never thought I would see such a stream exist. Well, welcome. The bloodbath quote. She lied about the bloodbath. That is a false quote. And they didn't fact check her. They're just like, oh yeah, maybe because they think it's true. Like, why else? The bloodbath quote was talking about auto manufacturers in Mexico. He wasn't talking about an actual bloodbath. Crime data, border security, Project 2025, fracking. She just said these things to get a rise out of her own base. All of it wasn't true. But this is by far my favorite part of the entire debate. And if you remember this part, like I think you should, this was easily the best part. Ready?
She was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar? She went out.
Does that sound? I'm speaking. She was allowed to lie over and over again. She was allowed to say things over and over again. But here's how like MSNBC is taking this news. Of course, they're taking this side of the equation. Again, you can't fact check people on sarcasm. I'm sorry, that's not a fact check. That's not something you should do. MSNBC, Trump's debate meltdown was spectacular. I rewrote it. Trump's debate meltdown was awesome thanks to a 3-on-1. It was obnoxious. I apparently doing some digging up. The person that owns ABC is a big friend of Kamala Harris. Surprise, surprise. You shouldn't be, because I think you're woken up to this. You're awake. You're not crazy. And the thing that all demtards are taking away. What's up, Papa? The thing demtards are all taking away right now is the conspiracy about Haitians eating people's pets. Again, I did a whole video on that. I had fun with it. I like to have fun. We like to have fun here. We have a good time. We do things for fun. We're not just silly gooses, but we have fun. We have fun. I told you on my own live stream, sometimes I don't get it right always on live streams. That's the benefit of being able to cut clips up and then produce it and make sure everything's perfect. So I told you on my live stream that I looked up on news articles. I couldn't find a single source anywhere. So I said, take it with a grain of salt. I said, but here are some video accounts. Here are some things that people are seeing. So I take it with a grain of salt. Why do I do that? Why would I take it with a grain of salt and maybe put more faith in people than the actual news? Well, if you remember that the Aurora complexes in Colorado were taken over by Venezuelan migrants, and the left did everything they could in order to debunk the story. They said it was fake. They said it wasn't real. They said all these things. And then it turned out to be more real as more video evidence came out. Even the media, even the Denver mayor was lying about that story. So why would I not assume that maybe they're lying about this story too? I don't know, because I have a freaking brain. My God, I have a freaking brain. What's up, Papa? Derek, that's impossible. Nobody can be friends with Kamala Harris. It's literally scientific impossibility. Dude, how dare you? The way she laughs really turns me on. But here is JD Vance taking down that exact question on CNN. Okay, and let's also not forget that this story is being passed around as well. Okay, I didn't write this title. I didn't write this news story. Nebraska sheriff stunned as illegal migrants, allegedly killed bald eagle for dinner, but feds pass on charging them. Okay? So they are eating wild animals, and I don't look, of course they are. Of course they are. Like, what? They don't just come to America in a land that they don't want to assimilate with and then refuse to assimilate. They don't do that sort of thing. They don't do that sort of thing. Violet says, I think what's breaking everyone is there are truths and lies on both sides of these stories. 100%. And again, I'm saying this over and over again. I don't know what to believe when it comes to this, but the idea that Haitian migrants or illegal migrants who are known to skin and kill wild animals like cats. I've seen the videos. I know there are videos of Haitians in Haiti doing that. Why would they not do it here? Like, why not? The big thing is that the left cannot cope with is that people from other countries bring their own traditions and their own values and their own ways of life in order to do things. And so the idea that they're just going to come here and be completely civilized is insane. It's insane. Derek, you married Anna Kasparin. Your kinks are insanely messed up, even for Virginia. That is probably true. But listen to JD Vance absolutely shellac CNN. And because he is pressured into answering this question. Listen to this.
I would say is he brought up this misleading false claim that you yourself have talked about in recent days about Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, abducting people's pets and eating them, which officials there have said is not true. You yourself acknowledged it may be false on Twitter. You still told people to keep spreading it. But Trump just amplified it to tens of millions of people who were watching. Why push something that's not true?
Get him, JD.
Well, first of all, city officials have not said it's not true. They've said they don't have all the evidence.
They said they have no evidence.
They said no evidence. Excuse me, I'm speaking. They said they have no evidence. So there's... The thing is, for me, as always, the media refuses to actually look into this sort of thing because it would go against their own narrative. It would go against their own way of life. Papa says, I think that some of them just want to steal other people's dogs. I mean, who's going to stop them? I don't know.
We've heard from a number of...
Okay, listen to this. He shellacks her.
Said they don't have all the evidence.
They said they have no evidence.
We've heard from a number of constituents on the ground, Caitlin, who both firsthand and secondhand reports saying this stuff is happening. So they very clearly, meaning the people on the ground dealing with this, think that it is happening. And I think that it's important for journalists to actually get on the ground and uncover this stuff for themselves.
Amazing.
When you have a lot of people saying, my pets are being abducted, or geese at the city pond are being abducted and slaughtered right in front of us. This is crazy stuff. And again, whether those exact rumors turn out to be mostly true, somewhat true,
mostly
whatever
peaceful,
the case may be, Caitlin, this town has been ravaged by 20,000 migrants coming in.
Thank you.
Healthcare costs are up. Housing costs are up.
Yes.
Communicable diseases like HIV and TB
That's
have
a fact.
skyrocketed in this small Ohio town. This is what...
In every town that has illegal migrants.
Kamala Harris's border policies have done. And I think it's interesting, Caitlin, that the media didn't care about the carnage wrought by these policies until we turned it into a meme about cats.
Yes.
And that speaks to the media's failure to care about what's
God.
going on in these communities. If we have to meme about it to get the media to care, we're going to keep on doing it because the media should care about what's going on.
Oh, God. Put it in my freaking lungs. Yeah, I give him a lot of crap for being a dork. Missing handshakes, swimming with his t-shirt on, that sort of thing. But the idea... I love the look that she gives him, right? Where is it? Right here. This look right there. She's like, are you Are you f***ing serious right now? Are you really defending this? Are you really going to defend this on TV in front of me? This is my moment. This is my absolute moment. And then she realizes, oh no. Oh no, shoot. Oh shoot. Poopy. Caca. Fart. I can't believe I'm pooping, getting owned like this on TV. So embarrassing in front of all my friends. Papa says, so if I shoplift at a Chevy dealership and I tell the police that there's no evidence I shoplifted at the Chevy dealership, that means I didn't shoplift at the Chevy dealership. But did you shop at the Chevy dealership? They mostly peaceful animal sacrifices on Minecraft. Yeah, 100%. But so the cat story, they're trying to make it all about the cat story. They're saying that Donald Trump is losing his mind. He said that he's like completely lost the plot. They say all these sort of things. And I have a story that I think I'm going to make a one-off video on about Springfield, Ohio, and about this manufacturing plant that has decided to fire all their workers, American workers, and only hire Haitians because they work better on the machines. And if that's not the great replacement, I don't know what is. God, I love pressing the cursing button for not cursing. If that's not the great replacement, I don't know what is. That's why my mom will text me like, Derek, watch your mouth. Okay, watch your mouth. Okay, there's so much more to get through. This is great. I'm having a great time. I'm drinking coffee. We're having great. Migrants are eating birds. Migrants are enjoying stuff. But I think one of my favorite things, because you got to have conspiracy. You can't just have a debate without a conspiracy. There was a big conspiracy. See? Oh, crap. Kamala Harris's ear had a bit of a big pearl in her ear. See, right here. Right there. Right there. That pearl earring, everyone started noticing and saying, oh, that earring looks a lot like a Bluetooth earring that was featured in one of the technological, like, what is it called? CS something. One of the technological, like, fairs. One of the exciting events. And everyone's like, that looks awfully familiar. So critics, okay, which hair's 59.1, blah, blah, believed it was from Tiffany's. Actually a part of smart engineered earrings by German startup company Nova. The only similarity between two sets. Okay, so everyone on the right started saying that, oh, she's wearing these Bluetooth earrings. She's wearing this Bluetooth earring. And so she, and my favorite, so she's wearing these Novas. Everyone started saying she's wearing these Novas. But I think the funniest part for me, genuinely the funniest part for me is, of course, well, I mean, why not? If you have social anxiety, you're terrible at speaking, you're terrible at taking questions in person, all these sorts of things, of course. But the idea that politicians are just above wearing earpieces is so silly. And that goes for both sides. If you can wear an earpiece and get away with it, why would you not at this point in 2024? Why would you not? So whether it's an earpiece, conspiracy earpiece or not, I only wish I was the one talking to her. just whispering in her ears.
Kamala, say something about fine people on both sides, or maybe talk about bloodbath stuff that gets the people going.
Hearing pieces are a real thing. Yeah, of course they're a real thing, especially in today's world. I mean, you know, it's just, you could put them in your ear. You could probably wear like a hearing aid with a Bluetooth receptor. Why not? I'm sure they were telling her, because at the first she was doing those obnoxious looks where she was just like, there she is right there. Excuse me. Oh my God. don't lie. I'm sure they were like, stop doing that. Stop. Okay, you can do it again. You haven't done it in a while. Perfect. Now look at him, stare at him, and say, you're a liar. Do it. Yes, Queen, you did it. Love it. It was just Violet says it was just repeatedly saying, don't laugh, 100%. Don't laugh. Do not laugh. Do not cackle. We don't cackle here. We don't do that. I think my favorite too, that you didn't see the ABC fact checkers do any fact checking. Kamala Harris isn't her policies. They didn't hammer her down on that. They just allowed her to say whatever she wanted. Just their policies. I think, and this was my favorite moment when Donald Trump says that she should get a MAGA hat because she's copying all his policies.
Trump, I'll let you respond.
First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist.
I'm going to come.
Did you see that? I'm a Marxist.
Father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country.
It was effective. Her doing those obnoxious little movements kind of took your eye from him and stopped listening to him. And you're just like, what is she doing? What in the frick is she doing right now? She looks like a child. It's like a child. It's like a child in a restaurant. You're just like waiting for them to throw an absolute tantrum in front of everyone. Just like, what is going on? I love that she was staring at him the whole time and he didn't look at her once. It's like, no thanks. The fact that she said China and not Taiwan, says she doesn't recognize Taiwan, I guess. No, they play those like political games when it comes to China and Taiwan because they want to appease both sides. They're hardcore leftards, love China. In fact, they take their China money seriously. You know, I feel like some of these big streamers that come out, all these big streamers that have been mocking Tim Pool for taking Russia money, I guarantee you some of these big streamers are taking other foreign money, whether it's Middle East money or China money. Like, there's no chance. They're just relying on 13-year-old boys and girls on Twitch. Stop it. Stop it. Trump should mail her a MAGA hat. that was hilarious. The major insult to not look at her once. It was kind of a major insult. The big thing for me, though, another big point for me, is that they didn't have a single question about Donald Trump being freaking shot. Donald Trump was shot months ago, and they didn't ask him a single question. Not one. Not one. Not one. We are just like psychotic people, you know, that the fact that we can just have a president get shot at and then we're just like, okay, what's next? Oh my God, Taylor Swift's endorsing Kamala Harris. Please tell us more. Come on, Taylor Swift is in the house. Taylor Swift's in the hizzy. We are screwed. We're just like screwed as a population. We're screwed as human beings that we can watch a president get shot and they're like, okay, tell us. Taylor Swift starts an OnlyFans. Yes, finally. God, I've been waiting for that. It's just sick. Fun fact, Pim Tool loves the smell of his own farts that he hired a Swiss scientist to install a fart machine inside the beanie. I have the same thing. It's in my hat. It's in my hat, just like filled up with farts. They want us to forget. Yeah, of course they do. Because they know, it's like, but at the same time, they want us to forget, but also we forget. Our brains are so dopamine deprived, insane, psychopathic brains that we're just like, okay, what's the next news? What's next? What's next? Give me something next. I need more. And it just goes away. Derek, shut your dirty ginger mouth. We're not screwed. We're boned. Get her in the right place. Yeah, okay. My bad. Yeah, we're not screwed, especially you. I cannot stop thinking about that one line though. And I think the big part too is that this is the big takeaway that everyone's talking about is that people feel more comfortable with Donald Trump leading the economy than they do Kamala Harris. And it doesn't matter about the debate. It doesn't matter about how he performed. The idea that this woman who doesn't fill anybody with any knowledge with confidence, they're lying to you. They're pretending that she's like totally brat and totally amazing and awesome. And they're like coping. They're like training their brain to believe that she is this amazing human being. There are better Democrat candidates than her, guys. If you're a Democrat, I'm sorry to let you know. You are lying to yourself, pretending like she's freaking brat and amazing. So people think that Donald Trump will handle the economy better. And this is just like an obvious thought, obvious progression. And I think the big point of it right here is that CNN starts talking to uncommitted voters. And I always think those people are liars, so take it with a grain of salt. But here is this woman talking about Donald Trump on CNN.
What did you see that brought you to a conclusion?
I think it's important to remember that we are voting for the leader of our country and not who we like the most or who we want in our wedding party, but who is actually going to make our country better. And we're in an incredibly unique situation where we've had both of the candidates in office before, and we've gotten to see what they would do. And when facts come to facts, my life was better when Trump was in office. The economy was higher, inflation was lower, things were better overall. And now with Kamala's administration, things haven't been so fantastic. And she's saying she can fix the problems that her administration has caused, but I just don't know if I can afford to take that risk.
Were you, what?
Bingo, 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 bango, bingo, freaking bango. And here's Kamala Harris talking about the economy. Here's Kamala Harris talking about how she's going to fix the economy. So get ready for this.
So we moved to LA. My father gets a job at the Palm Restaurant. My Uncle Junior works there, who was a Jehovah's Witness, believe it or not. He went from Catholic to Jehovah. So basically, my grandmother wanted us all to switch from Catholic to Jehovah. You know, meanwhile, we're from Harlem. My father's doing coke. You know, my mother thinks she's Aunt Margaret. She's teasing the hair with a bottle of vodka. You know, so dysfunctional, cross-addicted family, still cooking pasta on Sundays. And the meatballs, they wind up being burnt. Like, you know, it just got so dysfunctional. It got pretty bad.
So that's her economic plan. Having Donald Trump at your wedding party is practically a reason to get married, says Papa, 100%. Could you imagine? Derek O'Shea, what a guy. This guy can party like a rock star. This guy can party. When the crisis is, that was Kamala Harris. That was her campaign manager. Just kidding. Holding the sickest. Yeah. Anybody that like just talks with like a cigarette in their hand always is kind of my favorite people in the whole world. Because it reminds me of my own family, to be honest. It's just the cig right there in the hand. Oh, I kind of like it when I have like like an auto worker. I almost became an auto mechanic at one point in my life. I did it for a while. Used to race cars and stuff, but you would have auto mechanic dudes with like cigarettes hanging at the bottom of their lip, and they just be like talking like this. Hey, boy, come over here, and it'd just be at the bottom there. Hey, boy, come over here. They would have it at the bottom of their lip, and it was kind of my favorite. Those were my favorite people to hang out with. They were awesome. Trump looked subdued the whole time is my final point. And Kamala Harris looked like a child. And it was just like obnoxious watching her antics. So it makes sense that people that are childlike like her antics is my final point. I let him out of the cage. Let him be him. I want more I'm speaking moments from him. And imagine if she didn't have the moderators backing her up the whole time. Derek O'Shea is a great ginger. Oh, is this what Donald Trump would say to me? Derek O'Shea is a great ginger. Maybe even the greatest ginger. Definitely one of the greatest ginger's weddings. It's so great. I don't feel the need to put on the hand sanitizer. Okay, that's rude. Must be why I like you. I'm also a mechanic. Hey, yeah, exactly. We just get it, man. I miss the mechanics. But the funniest thing, too, is watching after the debate, Kamala Harris and her posse, her entire team, all went inside, and Donald Trump came out and started talking to the media still. And I believe those guys are a freaking machine. It's insane. They try to talk like he's like this old man that can't handle like the energy or anything like that. But after a debate, a 2-hour debate, you go out and you talk to the media again, the people that aren't your friends. What are we doing?
My best debate ever, I think. And we had it was very interesting. It showed how weak they are, how pathetic they are, and what they're doing to destroy our country and the border with foreign trade, with everything.
Get that picture.
And I think it was the best debate
Nice
I've had personally that I've had. We're getting polls that show 92-6, 88-11.
So he went out and started talking to the media. Get on him. He was like, I'm not done. Maybe a little cleanup job. I'm watching a lot of Republicans cope about last night. Again, debates don't really matter that much. People already, I think, in today's world, with how much information we get all the time, we've already made up our minds about who we're voting for. Do you think that Joe Biden and the Democrats have been doing a good job the last 4 years? Then you're going to vote a certain way. If you're tired of how the country is, you're going to want change. And that's what it comes down to. It's not even necessarily people are going to vote for Donald Trump because they like Donald Trump. People are going to vote for Donald Trump because they want something different. They want to feel different. They want to feel like the country is moving in a different direction, a better direction, maybe potentially a more positive direction. And that's what they care more about. And so at the end of the day, people aren't necessarily going to vote for Trump. They're going to vote against Joe Biden. And I'm starting to wonder, too, if like we're such fickle human beings and a fickle population, a fickle culture, that we're just going to have different presidents every 4 years instead of ever having a back-to-back. I don't know if it could happen again. I think we're just so emotionally dysregulated that it's just going to be like this all the time. Because it's so easy to talk about what they did wrong the last 4 years. And especially when everyone's stuck in that negative loop. Let me see some of your comments. Guys, this is a man who literally took a bullet for this country, and therefore he stands and as if nothing happened. I mean, it is kind of impressive. You know, I don't know if he struggles with PTSD, but I can't imagine I would being in any crowd like that and just feeling like there could be somebody with a gun in here. I don't know. That would freak me out. I'm glad to hear they're not happy. Yeah, me too. Because people are awake. The thing that Democrats don't have is that people remember what the economy and what it was like under Trump before the pandemic. People remember that. You know, nobody is 6 years old voting. So they don't have that for them. It's not helpful. It's not good. All right, guys. I'm going to go walk my dog and do work like a human being. But I've had fun this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in joining the community and being a part of the community and supporting content creators like myself, subscribe, be a part. A couple dollars a month. I would greatly appreciate it to make this a full-time career, and then we'll go live all day long. We'll have fun all day long. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go live a little earlier today. I think I'm going to go live at 5 p.m. Eastern. So look out for that because I have a church event tonight. So look out for that because I still want to do a night show and have fun. We'll see how the media reacts to all this insanity because we like to have fun here. What does Trump dream? I don't know. Very good. Hey, thanks. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'll catch you on the flippity floppity. What was it? What's this?